Texas State Trooper rolling through.
Welcome back, guys. Lost reception earlier. Welcome back, welcome back. As usual, I cannot talk to you. I cannot interact with you. Phone is on a fixed mount, hands-free. I can just kind of narrate where we're going through and what we're doing. And that's about it. Gotta stay safe, make sure that everybody's safe around us. That's the disclosure for this video. We're currently right outside of El Paso, headed east. These are the outskirts of El Paso, Texas. We're gonna go as far as we can with reception. Once we lose reception, then that will be it. That's what happened earlier. We lost reception, so we weren't able to continue with our live. If you're just joining, thank you so much for joining. Hit that thumbs up. I can be talking and narrating a little bit for you guys, but I can't interact with you guys. I'm sorry that I can't. You guys understand that this is all a safety thing. I cannot put myself at risk or people at risk around us. But you guys asked to do driving live, so here we are. What you ask, you shall receive, as long as it is in a safe manner. But yeah, welcome back. We are right outside El Paso, where all the truck stops are at. Love's, Petro, Pilot, and a couple others. If my CB radio was working, we'd be able to listen to. There's a. I don't know if it's still happening. It's been a while since I've used my radio's been working, and it's been a while since I've been here in this area. But there's usually a guy on the radio that takes you over to TJ. I mean, not TJ, over to Juarez, which is the Mexico side. He'll take you over there to the bars, to the restaurants, to the ladies of the night spots, stuff like that. I remember years ago when I started driving trucks here at this Petro, there was this guy that sold knives. And I went in to I was on my break. I went in to eat, and then after I ate, I went to look at the knives, because I've kind of always liked knives one way or another. And I was there looking at the knives, and the guy looked at me. He said, "Can I help you?" I said, "No, I'm just looking." And he told me, "If you're just looking, you need to leave." I'm like, dang, what kind of customer service is that, bro? If I'm just looking, I need to leave? Or how does anybody buy anything if they can't look? Craziness. But yep, I don't know how far this live's gonna work. Reception kind of just dies, like not far outside of El Paso here. Keep an eye out for Border Patrol, for state troopers that are out doing border enforcement. Let's let A&I in real quick. Come on over, A&I. Good. The road is all yours. You guys probably can't tell, but over to the right, y'all can see that mountain range over to the right. That's Mexico. So if you're just joining the live, thank you guys. First of all, I want to thank you for joining the live. Again, I cannot interact with any of your questions or comments, unfortunately, for safety reasons. We can do a live later on tonight once I've stopped, and then we can do some interaction live. But other than that, I cannot interact with you guys. I do apologize for that. But for safety reasons, of course, you have to be careful and We don't want to. We want to make sure we're safe, driving safe, and everybody around us is safe. Again, the camera is mounted on the windshield, as you can tell, hands-free. Sucks that I have to keep saying that over and over again, but yeah, that's currently what's happening. It is 63 degrees, partly cloudy, slightly cloudy, I guess you could say it that way. Headed I-10 east, outside of El Paso. We should be seeing some type of state trooper activity here coming up pretty soon. And as soon as I said that, there's our first state trooper sitting right there on the right hand side. They do a lot of DOT inspections out here, and they're also doing a lot of immigration and drug enforcement. So there's quite a few state troopers that love working this section of the highway. About 90 miles outside of El Paso, it'll kind of disappear, and you'll see a state trooper every now and then. But for the foreseen future here, we should see quite a bit of them. I've already seen two so far. One that passes a few minutes ago, and then one we just passed up. But we should see quite a bit more. Those of you that are joining the live, thank you so much for joining. That's a beautiful peak coming going westbound. FYI, I cannot interact with any of your comments. I do apologize. If you're coming here to have an interaction, I do apologize. I cannot do that for safety reasons. But if you want to stick around, we might be able to see a little activity from immigration, border patrol, and city cops, county cops, and state troopers. Again, we just passed one sitting on the shoulder. This is a very, very big hot spot for that. I wish reception would be able to make it all the way to our immigration checkpoint, but it will. We will lose reception before we get there. If we don't lose reception, I will leave it on, and if we can make it through the immigration checkpoint, you guys can check that out. Then you know, we're going to leave it on and you guys can see that. But if not, we might just lose reception, and that's going to be the end of the live, unfortunately. So again, I cannot read any of your comments. I got to make sure I'm focused, paying attention, make sure that everybody's safe around us, and we are safe as well. If you are joining live, thank you so much. If you could cordially give us a thumbs up, would be awesome, and just would reiterate that we're doing the right thing of showing you guys these videos that some of you asked for. I wish I could interact with you guys, but for safety reasons, that's not a thing that I can do right now. Usually a lot of immigration activity in this area right here. Over to the right, if you can see there, that's Mexico. If you can see that mountain range over to the right, that is Mexico. Got a Ford pickup over here on the shoulder on the westbound side. No, it's just a Ford pickup. It's not. It looks like a Border Patrol vehicle, but it's not. Up ahead, we can see another state trooper up on the shoulder. I'm assuming that's what it is. There's another vehicle on the shoulder up here on the right, up on top of the hill. You guys can't quite see it just yet, but you'll be able to see it here shortly. Again, a lot of activity on this road, of law enforcement activity, and it's not new. This has been happening for years. There's always been a lot of police officer activity through here. Sometimes they'll stick to just messing with trucks. And then a lot of times they're really just out here to see if you look suspicious, to pull you over, to see if you have anybody illegal in your vehicle. You should be coming there. Yeah, we're coming up on it now. We're going to go ahead and get into the left lane. Always move over for law enforcement, guys. Whether you like them or not, they're out here doing a job, and we need to respect what they're doing, and we need to move over, merge to the left lane, and stay away as far as we can from them to keep them safe. Some people could care less, and they still stay over there. It is what it is. If we could sit there with a camera facing that officer, you can see that all the big trucks are merging over to the left lane. It's just the right thing to do. Some of us might not like police officers. I'm one of them that really doesn't care too much for a lot of them because of the way that I've been treated in the past. But at the end of the day, they're doing a job. They're protecting us somewhat. And they have a family to go to. So, got to make sure that they stay safe out here. So as you guys see, that's the third state trooper that we've seen on the shoulder, or that we've seen so far. We saw one that was driving and went around us on the left side, and then we've seen two that are sitting on the shoulder. Again, we are right outside El Paso, Texas, on Interstate 10, headed eastbound. Over to the right, if you guys can see, that is actually Mexico. That is the great country of Mexico. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. I cannot interact with you guys, unfortunately, due to safety reasons. But if you guys see somebody ask a question and you know the answer, help me out and answer the question that person might have. But I cannot interact with you guys for safety reasons again. But thank you ahead of time, and appreciate the thumbs up if you can give one. If you can't, don't want to, it's totally fine. Nobody forces anybody to do anything on this channel. We're a community of people that try to be great at the end of the day. If you're in here for negativity, this is not the place. This is all about family. For me, a lot of you guys, or all you guys, are family. Some a lot closer than others. But nonetheless, once you join this channel, you become a family member. It's just, it is what it is. And if you guys hold me to the fire, I appreciate that type of stuff. I'm not the channel that only wants good comments. If you have a bad comment, you know, a good constructive criticism, I'll take it 100%. But if you're being a ignorant fool, then we don't want you here. Period. Alright, so up ahead we see another state trooper that is sitting on the shoulder. That will be our fourth one. He's actually in the gravel, which is a way safer thing to do. My hat's off to that officer right there. I don't know why they don't all do that. It's not like the cars belong to them anyways. But we're going to go ahead, just for courtesy, go ahead and jump into the left lane. And then we'll jump back over. So that's number 4. That guy's got a pretty new Tahoe. Truck in front of us didn't go over to the left lane, stayed in our lane. Trucks behind us actually went into the left lane. Good job, guys, back there. They like watching these rest areas a lot, just because of migrant activity, drug activity. So they're sitting there watching these spots. Appreciate all you family for being here and understanding why I can't interact with you guys. Appreciate all the likes. Share, like, subscribe. This is the type of stuff we do out here. We like to, try to do things that's gonna make the community stronger and things that you guys want to see. If you don't want to see these type of videos, then we won't do them. Simple as that. We're currently 581 miles from Dallas, Texas. It's a long way. Seeing that sign right there got me tired. All right, so we got 4 state troopers we've seen already. Let's see if we can get y'all start guessing on the chat, although I can't see it, but y'all start guessing how many you think you guys were gonna see. Put up some numbers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I'm gonna assume that from here to the checkpoint, well, we'll probably lose you guys before then, but from here to the checkpoint, I'm gonna assume that we're gonna see about 8. So we've seen 4 so far. We'll see if I'm okay or if I win or not. Let's see who wins. Even though there's no prize at the end of the we'll see who wins. Mexican train going by over there on the left side. Three vehicles all hooked together. Headed to Mexico or Central America. I thought that was another cop, but it's not. Beautiful Mac. I like those Mac trucks. They look pretty good. Those newer ones. I think those are what, the Pinnacles? So far, it looks like our signal is strong. That driver could have gone a little further down before he merged over, but because I can't see his mirrors. If I can't see his mirrors, that means I'm too close. But I didn't do that, he did. I got my cruise set at 68 miles an hour. Over there, that mountain range, that's old Mexico. These state troopers like to sit on these hills. If y'all noticed, all the ones we've passed so far, they're on a hill. They're up on a hill so they can kind of see a little further than usual. Haven't seen any immigration yet, which I'm surprised. Not seen any immigration border patrol vehicles yet. Texas state troopers are the only ones holding it down, I guess, right now. Let's see if we can get to 25 likes, folks. Let's see if we can get to 25 likes for the first time in a while. Really would appreciate that. Let's get over it. Big truck coming on the highway. Y'all are gonna get tired of hearing this from me, but I have to keep repeating it. Quick disclosure, those of you that just joined the live, I cannot interact with any of your comments for safety reasons, as you can see. The camera is on a fixed device that's on the windshield. I'm not holding the camera, I'm not looking at the camera, and making sure that everybody is safe around us. And myself. This guy right here is in a rush. Here. But if you guys can help me out, those of you that have been here on the live, y'all can answer the questions because you probably know to the new people that just got on here. We will go only as far as our reception will handle. So there's that as well. And those of you that just joined, we are also counting to see how many state troopers we see between now and when we lose reception, or between now and we make it to the immigration checkpoint, which I don't think is going to make it that far, but we'll see. We shall see, said the blind man that never saw nothing. Because he's blind? Okay, that wasn't funny. My man. Did try to get around this Penske as soon as we can. You should never hang around with weekend truck drivers. Beginner truck drivers, never been in something bigger than their car. They forget, a lot of times they forget they're pulling a trailer. I've had that happen. I've been cut off. Matter of fact, my bumper got dented for that reason. Because a lady forgot she was pulling a trailer and she almost yanked my brand new bumper off. Oh, that hurt. My bumper was like a month old when she did that. Well, it's been pretty quiet so far. I mean, other than the last two, the last officer we saw, as far as border protection. I think a lot of the stuff that we see, that's an older lady driving that truck. Not that women are bad. There's a lot of good drivers. Before y'all get mad at me. What was I gonna say? Oh, a lot of the stuff that about this whole border stuff, a lot of it is just overblown things that we're fed by our politicians and by the media. My wife's family's from the border, and I've been down there a million times. And I've never seen anybody crossing, to be honest with you. And I've been all up and down that border. Not that it's not happening, but I haven't seen, not like they show it on TV, you know, you got like oceans of people coming by, you know, coming through the border. I think that's all blown out of proportion. But that's just my opinion. I do appreciate all the likes though, guys. That is greatly appreciated. Too bad we can't jam out to some music, man. That would be cool. That'd be fun. Some big old tires on that flatbed. Little tractor tires, whatever they are. Now check out the speed limit. Those of you that don't drive trucks or have never been in this area, check out that speed limit. 80 miles an hour is the speed limit from here on. My company, my truck's wide open, but my company that I'm leased to only allows us to go do 70 as an owner operator. Company trucks, I think, only do 65. $80 miles an hour, so you already know if the speed limit says 80 miles an hour, people are doing 90 to 100. I don't know if I'd want to do it in this section. Too many state troopers out here. But if y'all could help me out and hit that like button. Us out to grow our community. Surprised that our reception has been this good this far. Normally I would have already dropped everything. Oh, there was a, we didn't see him. I didn't get enough chance to tell you guys. There's our first border patrol sitting on top of this hill to the right over here. He's got one of those camera systems that's like a little crane. I guess they have manned up there. So that's our first border patrol officer that we've seen. I don't know if we passed more already, but that we've actually seen. That's our very first border patrol. So 4 state troopers, 1 border patrol. Being able to squeeze through a Paso without no traffic. It's usually kind of hectic through there at times. I guess it being a Sunday at 1 p.m. I guess that's why it was smooth to get through there. Oh, there's a hot shot carrying some Hearsts. Yeah, not the cars I like to look at. Over to the right, of course, is that mountain range over to the right. That's Mexico. Royal Freight. Hey, they still have trucks. I thought they had gone out of business. Yeah, fam, feel free to have conversations on here. That's what this platform is for. So we can get to know each other. Start building up our trucking community, or our world community at that. Our humanity community. Which is even more important. Because it's kind of out the door right now. The whole humanity thing. About, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour, we should be coming up to a, maybe not even that far, to an immigration checkpoint. This area being so close to the border, well, having a major city or a city close to the border, there's going to be checkpoints, immigration checkpoints on the perimeter of the area here. So if you're going west, there's one past Las Cruces. If you're going north, I don't know exactly where that one's at, but there's a few going north, and then we have the checkpoint coming out here going. Literally, this city of Paso, you can, if you were looking down at it with an airplane, it looks like one big city with Juarez because they're that close to each other. Of course, you would see the divide, but other than that, you know, those two cities are that close to each other. Speed limit 80 miles an hour. I wish we could. 70 is plenty for a big truck, I think. I was gonna say I wish I could do 80, but 70 is plenty. It's good speed. Really surprised that we still have reception this far out. Maybe Verizon has fixed its issue out here. Which this day and age, man, we should not be dropping calls anywhere in the U.S. With all the money we pay for all these telephone companies. I know I spend a small fortune every month for Verizon. Express. I like those KWs. I like the way they look. Pretty sure they're probably pretty good on fuel mileage as well too. They had a lot of aero. My truck is like running into a brick wall. Flat. Looks cool, but it's not the best thing for when you think about it business-wise, it's not the best thing to have a classic truck. They use a lot more fuel. Oh, you're quite welcome there, driver. You gave me the thank you. Fort Hancock. Elon will start crying here in a little bit. You're following too close. Oh, it's a prime truck, that's why. It's a prime speed bump. Shout out to all the prime drivers out there. Sun City Carrier. Coming over. You let me over, driver? You kind enough to let me do that? Appreciate you. Appreciate you, and give you the thank you. 4 ways on for a little bit. Thank you. Get around our little speed bump right here. Prime Inc. Oh man, I could not drive 54, 55 miles an hour, man. I just couldn't do it. Could not do it. I'd go nuts. Get a little more gap between the truck in front of us, and it was cruise control. Get it, 67 miles an hour. Hang out until we get to the checkpoint up here. You'll see how secure it is when we get to that checkpoint. Well, the one going westbound more so. When you're going westbound, they don't really ever stop trucks. They just wave you on through. Don't even slow down that much. Well, you do, but not enough where they can figure out what you're doing. Going eastbound, they stop you more going eastbound, I think. Alright, we got a good cushion between the truck in front of us. Speed up a little bit. We should be golden for a while. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, fam. Trying to get them likes up as much as we can. I know some of you just joined. Some just joined. You know, people will come in and come out of this live, so just to let you know, I can't interact with any of your comments. Got to make sure we're staying safe. Appreciate you hanging in there, and hopefully you're enjoying our little ride outside of El Paso, Texas. Beautiful weather outside, 65 degrees. Oh my gosh, it's almost perfect. Don't feel much of a breeze either. There's a little breeze. That's a nice truck right there. I don't know about that tailgate, but the rest of the truck is really good. Chevy Silverado. Good to see them old pickups still out here on the road, man. Real pickups. Not like what we have now, which are luxury cars with beds. The truck beds. I think that year model right there, maybe a little bit newer. They're probably the last of the real pickups. Little cattle farm out there to the right. But yeah, that mountain range you guys see out there to the right, that's Mexico. Old Mexico. The land of the Mayas. Antonio. Woo! North. That's the San Antonio. I'm going to Houston. Woo! Still a long way. Kind of counting how many law enforcement officers we've seen so far, being this close to the border. Mountain range over there is Mexico, actually closer, like halfway between where we are in that mountain range is the Mexico United States line border, and we haven't seen much too much activity as far as border patrol. Seen 5 state troopers and 4 state troopers, right? Yeah, 4 state troopers and 1 border patrol pickup. A lot of these state troopers, I mean, you can pretty much just call them border patrol, really, because that's really all they do is just border enforcement. Pull people over for check them for drugs and human smuggling. Yeah, it's been very quiet out here as far as that's concerned. Let's see if our phone can, or our camera can hold in there, hang in there. See if we can make it all the way to the immigration checkpoint. That dude's going pretty quick with a donut tire on the back of his car. They wonder why they wreck. Oh, shit. Appreciate everybody that's hung in there so far. Again, we're trying to make it to the checkpoint before we lose reception to our live here. If you just joined the live and you have questions or comments, I can't answer them. Due to safety reasons, of course, you know I can't be reading anything that's on a screen, especially small letters. I can't be reading any of that. I do apologize for that, but you guys should understand that safety is first. Again, I'm not holding the phone. It's on a mount on the windshield. nobody here from the chat that's been here. They should be able to answer your questions if you have one, or if you have a comment. Community amongst each other. Now see this little pickup that's passing us up right here on the left. I wish we had those here in the U.S. That's the south of the border, because they have those in El Salvador where I'm from. That's a nice Mustang on the other side. Those pickups right there is a Nissan Frontier, but it's not the Frontier version that the United States gets. Most of those there that you just seen go by, they're 4x4 and they're diesel, and they don't have any DEF or any of that stuff. Freaking efficient as heck. I rented one down in El Salvador when we went a couple years ago, and I was getting like 40 something, like almost 40 miles to the gallon on that little pickup. My whole family fit in that thing comfortably. 4-wheel drive, we went everywhere in that thing. Had plenty of power. I just wish we had them here in the U.S., man. I'd buy one. I'd be the first one in line to get one of them little pickups. Fuel efficient, roomy, power, 4-wheel drive. They are a little simple on the inside. They're not fancy on the inside, but man, I don't care about fancy. I just want it functional. I just want the AC to work, the 4-wheel drive to work. Everything else, so doesn't matter. Around here, man, we would have lost reception a long time ago. We shouldn't be too far from that immigration checkpoint now. It's on the other side of that mountain range that's right in front of us. So all my tanker yankers out there, got us a tanker yanker up ahead of us. Can't tell what company. Welcome to all those that just joined the live. I'm going to sound like a broken record. Unfortunately, I cannot answer any of your questions or comments due to safety reasons. I hope you understand that. If you'd be kind enough to give us a like, that would be amazing. I am not hand holding the phone. It is on a mount. I'm not looking at it. Paying attention, making sure everybody is safe around me, and I myself stay safe because I want to make it home. If you guys have questions, if those of you that are new have a question, all my ride or dies or my older family here, because your family now if you hit that subscribe button, all the guys that have been here longer could answer most of your questions, because they almost all of them know the questions that you might be asking. And those of you that can help me answer those questions, I really do appreciate it. I know y'all got me regardless. I know y'all got my back. Still really surprised that we still have reception out here, man. been gone by now. QC, that's who's in front of us there. Quality Carrier. Shout out to all the QC drivers out there in the United States of America. All the Danas, all the Hennef drivers. Who else? All the KAG, Keenan. All the drivers for KAG. All the drivers for Sprint. Tanker Yankers. Shout out to all my Tanker Yankers out there. And of course, everybody else. Shout out to everybody out there in the world. Cascadia. Yeah, I am super surprised that we still have reception out here. We are probably about 10 to 15 miles away from the checkpoint, which is what the goal is, to try to make it there without losing reception and abruptly ending live. And man, so far Verizon's been holding it down. So I've had Verizon for years and it's never worked in this area. Yeah, not far from our goal of making it to the immigration checkpoint. We had a lot of activity like right outside of El Paso, state troopers, but it all died down. There's really nothing else anymore out here. So I guess 4 state troopers, whoever guessed 4 is the winner. And 1 immigration vehicle that we've seen. One with the green stripe on it. But we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. I'll be really surprised if we can make it all the way there. Nice heavy hauler going by, going westbound. Got us a car hauler up here ahead of us. Looks like United, I think, Transport. Or is that the name of that company? Yeah, United Transport, I think. It's got a rover on the back. I don't know if he's got a load of rovers. Alright, he's got a load of used vehicles. I don't know what that was. Might have been a independent guy. But man, is it beautiful out here though. Look at that beautiful mountain range right in front of us. You're like, where are we gonna go? Because there's no way through that. Yeah, it snakes through there eventually. There's mountains all in front of us. I'm over here stuttering. Oh. Sound like an old disc, old record. Start skipping. And there's our highway going through the mountains. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can you imagine the people that do take the risk to come to the United States, walking through those mountains right there in that desert, so maybe have a chance to come to the promised land? All the people that have perished along the way, kids and adults alike, because that land right there over to the right, guys, that is... All right, coming up to the immigration checkpoint here. See if they just wave us through, or they'll stop and ask us if we're American citizens or not. See that over there to the right? That's the x-ray machine. They'll pull you over there and then they'll run that x-ray machine over your vehicle. And we just got waved through. And there it went. That's our immigration checkpoint. It didn't stop any truck in front of me. And they're not stopping any truck behind me. They just wave you on through. So there's our border security at its finest. Oh my gosh. All right, if you're just joining the live back again, we just went through an immigration checkpoint. And